whoa, 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 whoa. That happened way too fast.
What happened?
Oh, Jesus. I clicked something. I don't know what I clicked. I just clicked something. Can everybody
Yes,
hear? I know you can, Rissa.
I hear you.
We had a, really, we had a, what was it? A moment of stupid a second ago.
Oh, with the
As
technology and such.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like right now my camera doesn't want to line up correctly because it's being a dick.
Well, you gotta tell it to stop.
Listen, if I told it to stop, it'd just keep doing it.
Oh
Nothing ever
well.
listens to me.
You gotta slap it across the bitch and tell it. Yeah, slap it across the face and tell it, bitch, we're done with you. Work.
Yeah. See, that doesn't work with electronics because you know what? What winds up happening is they break.
Mm-hmm.
Death to all electronics. So yeah. So what were we gonna go over today? Oh yeah. So equipment and stuff. Because I know I've had a few people now ask me,
This
what
is a
kind.
family channel. You can't discuss that stuff.
uh, we're not going there. But I've had a few people ask me, the kind of equipment that we use for ghost hunting, or spirit hunting or paranormal investigation, whatever you want to call it. And so,
Running around screaming like tar.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Or like how Avalon pieced out in the tunnel, leaving me and you.
Right.
and she goes,
Mic
nope.
drop. And it's just like, let's go, and you're all like,
I'm armed.
I'm armed. And in my head, I'm going, really?
Yeah.
Or were you just, because I didn't know if you were just saying that.
Oh no, I'm armed. I go I go into these places armed, and so I still can't get over there. You and I are stopped like midway in this tunnel, and we go, like because we're seeing like what looked like a shadow right at the end of the tunnel. And so that's when we figured out that it was a person. It was so funny. She just goes, "Nope, I'm out." It just rolls out of there.
She was the Pope of Nope.
Oh God, I couldn't deal with it. It was too much. And so yeah, so the equipment that we use is uh pretty cool. We have different things. There's
Mm-hmm.
there's more that we can get to, so we don't have, every little thing that we should have because, money kind of need that. You know,
For sure.
we should tell people that they just need to give us stuff. You got to give us stuff now. So, what was it? So yeah, so I guess the first one that we can kind of talk about is the EMF detector.
I
Um,
think that would be the most accessible to anybody, like
yeah, because it definitely is the
the
easiest,
cheapest.
yep, the
Yeah,
cheapest and
and easiest
easiest.
to run, yeah.
And so what the EMF detectors do is they actually detect electromagnetic field, which
Yes.
and it's so cool. And so this is it. This is what it does. Don't mind the glare in the background. And so what you can do with it is it has, numbers and things like that. And so the beeping, can you guys hear the beeping? I don't know if
I
you
hear
could.
it.
You could. Okay. And so what it does is there's numbers on the top here, and then there's numbers on the bottom. And I believe it's the bottom one that we're the most concerned with. And so every single thing any kind of electrical wiring, outlets, cameras, microphones, they all emit their own EMF. But what people have found is that the EMF detectors can also detect, what ghosts, spirits, things that go bump in the night, whatever, whatever you want to
All
call
kinds of
it.
fun stuff.
Yeah. And so, just like Carissa said, that it is one of the cheapest and easiest things to get a hold of because you could buy, I think mine was like what, $20, 20, $30 on Amazon. And
I think
so,
the one we bought was only like 13.
yeah, yeah, and you can get them, fairly cheap. Like you can get them cheaper. I got this one because it has the digital readout,
Yep.
and that can sometimes be a little more helpful because especially like when you're looking at, doing an investigation and you're using an EMF detector, having the numbers are really helpful only because,
Mhm.
we know that our cell phone outputs, 1 point something.
Baseline of
Yeah. And then we also know that electrical outlets, they emit X amount. And so
right.
what I found with having the, what do you call it thing? The EMF
The EMF
detector,
reader.
it makes it easier to get those baselines. And
Right.
that is such a key thing when it comes to doing any kind of paranormal work. Um,
Yeah.
is always getting your baselines. You want to, like how we did it. We try to go to the location during the day so that we can get kind of like a rough idea of the layout and things like that. But I know, like with the Clinton Tunnel in particular, um, sadly you two weren't able to come, but I went
Mhm.
there during the day and I took the EMF detector and I went up and down the tunnel, because that's how
Mhm.
you kind of get that baseline. And so, EMF detectors are the easiest, cheapest, and I think the most efficient way to do any kind of paranormal investigation, and especially like if people have what they think is a paranormal experience going on in their house, pick yourself up an EMF detector, take it around to different places and see if you catch anything. And it can be fun. It's I sometimes make it a game. So, but yeah, I think that's good for the EMF detector, unless you have anything to add. You with me?
I'm here.
Like, did I lose Larissa? Um,
No, I have curls. I'm trying not to crunch in people's ears.
oh my God, you little! I'm coming after you when we're done with this.
Me?
Yeah, I'm gonna come and get those cheese curls.
I will buy you your own dang cheese curls.
Ugh, please. Oh my
It was
God.
only $2 a bag.
Was it? Oh,
Yeah, they're really good. They're Wise brand. I like
oh yeah, yeah. Wise is good. So I guess the next one we can talk about is the spirit box. So
You just said box.
what?
You said box.
Mm,
Aren't you afraid of those?
yeah, maybe. Well, we'll find out. Oh, Teddy wants some. Teddy wants some cheese curls too. Is it cheese curls or cheese puffs?
Heck if I know.
It's cheese something, that's all we know.
On the bag it says cheese doodles. So
Cheese doodles. Are they the puffy ones that are
yes,
like the, oh yeah, see, I love those.
but these ones are baked and they taste better for it. So
Huh. Okay. I'll have to
they're not oily.
yeah, I'm gonna have to get some of those then because I stopped having the what is it, Cheetos because I didn't really care for them as much as I did the other ones. So
Yeah.
I'll have to try those ones. I think I did the did I have the Wise? I may have had the
I
wise ones. So Teddy, you got to come over and we're gonna have some cheese puffs and we're gonna have a whole fun time with
will do like mini cookout,
Oh, that is such a good idea. You know what
like
we
on your
can
new
do?
porch area.
Yeah, you know what we could do? We
Yeah,
could go, you guys could come over for like a weekend or something, and we can have time here in the studio while you guys are here over the weekend to do Spirit Talk. Then we can have a cookout, and then for all of our awesome viewers, we can go and do the second half of our live investigation.
that would rock.
Oh, that sounds like such a good time. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. We'll
Right now,
plan.
I'm in the midst of move, but
Yeah, you know.
it's not fun, and I'm not a happy person.
Oh yeah, trust me. I'm right there with you. Moving is not a very, very fun experience. Yeah, we're good.
At this point, I'm starting to get like, you know, let the landlord have the security. Go ahead, take it,
Yeah, just take it.
take
Just
it,
take it and do what you need to do.
because like we're gonna well off topic. I'll talk to you about that personally later. That's nobody else's biz.
Yeah.
But
So,
don't even get me started. I hate moving.
see, you don't even have to tell me this. I already know.
And then
Oh, geez. So I don't know if you guys noticed in the background, I have the new logo for, oh, you can't see it because of the chair, but I got the new logo done. So I
cool.
got a revision done, and we will be updating the one here on Twitch, the overlay, and then we're going to be doing that with the, what is it thing? The Be Right Back screen, the Starting Soon screen, and the intro videos all have to be redone. A pain. It's such a pain. Jeez. So anyway, off topic. So the Spirit box. So this is another one. This one gets a little bit more expensive. So I think
Yeah.
this one that I picked up was Focus. Can I be Vanna? Just so this one
I don't know what brand did you buy?
of,
You're crazy.
of what?
What brand did you buy?
Um, it's called ITC Research Device,
Cool.
whatever that means. So, but yeah, so this
In the
thing
closet.
really,
It's just a guess out my rear.
oh my God. So this little device is really, really, really cool. I'm almost positive that, yeah, we did use it when we did
we
that
did
investigation.
we didn't get anything too concrete out of it. Like
Y-
it was very muffled.
Muffled, yeah.
It was very like there were very two distinct voices, but it was very muffled. Like
Yeah.
you couldn't
A-
make it out.
And it was definitely, the surprising one that, I definitely want to go more into that one that was on my phone.
Yep, the app you had
And
created on your phone.
it was bizarre that there were, like, we asked a couple of specific questions that had, specific answers. And remember,
Mm-hmm.
we were asking it, like, who are you waiting for? Are you looking for someone? And what was it? 2 minutes later, it says Sarah. And
Yep,
so that one it was a little bit more,
accurate,
yeah,
active too.
and as a, device, like as a mobile app, like I thought that it was one of those, like, gimmick kind of things. And I was like, you know what, well, I'll buy it. I'll give it a shot, see how it goes. It was only, I think, like $3 or $4.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like $3 or $4 on
Now
the.
is that only for an iPhone?
I don't know. Hang on. Let me, because I can get it for you guys. I'll
if you tell, I can afford like $5.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
So
if you
I'm gonna put it in chat for everyone. So if you look up on the App Store, if you have an iPhone, it'll be in the App Store. If someone could look it up and see if it is also on Android. So it's called Spirit Talker. And I do not know how to type.
you don't.
So it's called Spirit Talker. When you go in, you're gonna see. Hang on, let me adjust this. You're gonna see what that one right there. Sorry, if you guys can't see it too well. It says Spirit Talker. So when you see that one, that's the one that you have. That's the one that I have. And so this is what it looks like when you open the app. So it is definitely, it's one of those apps that I was sitting there and I was looking at it and I thought it was a gimmick. I really did. But then when we were asking specific questions and getting specific answers, I'm now thinking that there may be a little more to it than what I originally thought. So
Spirit talk are all one word.
no, it's 2 words. Yep, it's 2 words. So if someone could take a peek and tell me if they see anything. But while we're doing that, so this particular spirit box I think was like $100, and so what it does supposedly is it uses radio waves for spirits to be able to communicate by picking words basically out of the radio waves. And we've used it a couple of times. Like I know that I've used it a couple of times. Me, Rissa, and Avalon, we used it when we did that live investigation at one of our clients' house, and it it worked. It did work. At least we think it worked. But the problem is just like Rissa said, is it was too muffled. Like we couldn't understand a single thing that they were saying. Um, so we're not 100% on it, but
Sorry.
let me power it up real quick. And so what it does is you see the radio numbers. And so what you do is you press, you can change the speed rate at how fast it goes through each channel. You can put it through reverse, forward, change the volume. It even has a temperature gauge on it, which I don't know why it has that, but maybe ghosts they do make temperature drops. So what this does, tell me if this is too loud. Is this loud? Can you hear that okay? I don't know if the mic is picking it up.
I hear you.
Yeah, is the mic picking up the spirit box?
No.
Crap. Let me try to turn it up a little bit. So, my mic is this new mic is absolutely awesome. It does such a good job, Rissa.
That's awesome.
Okay, can you hear that?
Nope.
Did you hear that?
No.
So, that stinks. Yeah. I think it's because my mic, I have stuff set to a certain tolerance. Am I coming in to hey, Teddy, am I coming in as loud as Rissa is? Like, are we both, one's not more muffled than the other? Because I know that I had someone say that to me, that I sounded more muffled than Rissa. But So you know so basically what the spirit box is doing is it's flipping through these radio stations, and it does it. You can do a faster speed, you can do a slower speed. And what's really cool about it is when it does work, you can get specific answers to specific questions. And so,
Oh yeah.
like, I've seen it. I haven't experienced it myself yet, but I have seen it on, other YouTubers' channels. What is his name? I believe it's Franco Franco TV. He is a YouTuber that I watch a lot, and he has given me, specifically just watching his channel, has given me ideas for stuff to do for our channel. And one of them was the spirit box. And so I have seen other people use them. I have seen people use them that they were getting specific answers to the questions that they were asking. And so, but the I think that the spirit box to me is more of like a what would you consider it, a novice item more than a
Spirit box.
mm-hmm.
I mean, it's all useful. It's going to take anybody time to, potentially learn what they're doing. But I think that um, I think a lot of what we use, like, is easy to pick up.
Yes. And she is very right. There are so many things out there, like look on eBay. Like even eBay, you can get so much of this stuff on eBay. And don't always go for the things that say, ghost hunting equipment or things like that, because then people tend to charge a little bit more. So like my EMF detector, like this one, this was not labeled as a ghost hunting thing. And the reason that I did that is obviously so that, because the one that wasn't a digital readout was, I think, the same kind of one that you have, Rissa, but it was 20 something dollars. And for for $5 more, I got, the digital one. And
Hmm.
so that, like, if you are definitely interested in starting to do investigation, definitely look on eBay. And if you're not finding, like, there's what is called an SLS camera.
Yes.
If you want one, you're either going to have to make it yourself or you're going to have to buy it on eBay. Because,
What is that exactly?
so do you know the Xbox, what is it? The Xbox Connect?
Yes.
So the Xbox Connect has what is referred to as an SLS camera. So it is picking up your body movements, and that's how you do, that's how, when you're doing things that you're either dancing or you're pretending to be like a Jedi in a game or something like that.
Hmm.
That is what it's doing. It's picking up on using an SLS camera to pick up on your body movements. So supposedly an SLS camera makes it so that you can see people that you can't see with your naked eye. And so the SLS camera that I have is it's a ghost hunting app, and it uses, where is it? It uses, so I have an iPhone X XS Max, I think. Um I think it's that. Yes, it's that. So some phones now have kind of like an SLS camera in them,
Yes.
and my specific phone has something close to it. So I don't take what is on the app at face value, because sometimes it's picking up what looks like to be a person, but it could
Mm.
be just, as simple as a shadow. And it's tricking the lens to think that it's a person. A real SLS camera shouldn't do that. So, but what this does, let's see if I can get it to do it. So do you see those little dots? If you see those dots, what they do is they, connect. I'm gonna try to get this. So if you can see how there's little dots and there's lines and stuff like that. So what that's doing, and the reason that you're not really seeing it very well, is because the lines are green. So the green screen is picking it up and it's reflecting as my background. But so it's supposed to show the image of a person. And this is another one of those things that I don't take at face value because I don't know how accurate it actually is. And so the SLS cameras that, like, if you don't have a phone that can do that doesn't have a camera on it that can do SLS, what you can do and what I've seen people do is they buy a Connect, what is it, the Xbox Connect camera, just the camera, just the Connect, and they'll connect it to a Windows laptop and
Huh.
then go into a program that will then turn it into a Ghost SLS camera. You can actually even buy them on eBay, but they can get a little bit pricey. I think the ones that I saw were going for like 200 and something dollars. And so that's why I haven't personally ordered it yet. Um, because until I do a little more research on them, I kind of don't want to get I don't want to get one without, having the full specs and stuff. And so, but that's an SLS camera. That's something that eventually I probably will wind up getting us, because I like to have, a ton of tools and equipment and stuff at our disposal. And so the next thing, which is actually another app that I found, it's called Ghost Paranormal Science Toolkit. Very creative. That's a
Ghost
very creative
Paranormal
name.
Science Toolkit.
Oh, such a good name. And so this one I have yet to do, and I have yet to mess around with. It was
What's in that
actually
one?
so this one has an EMF detector, an an EVP recorder, a geoscope, ghost box, which is a spirit box,
Yeah.
LiDAR, an SLS camera.
This
It's
is something you already have?
yes. So this one, I can't remember.
I didn't
I can't
I
remember
didn't
how
see that
much
yet.
it is. Yeah, no, I haven't. I just got it, I think, last week. Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. When I
Well, you didn't tell me this.
No, I haven't told
Don't be a
anyone. I,
brat.
I'm I haven't even told myself yet.
But you're clearly talking about it now, so yourself already knows.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
sass me.
Yeah.
Don't sass me.
Yeah, I'm fresh.
Kick you
So,
in the neck.
so yeah, so this thing it's gonna pick up on the thing again because it's green. Why is everything green?
Green means go.
So,
Unlike that spirit that was like, stay.
oh
That
my
was for
God,
somebody.
that was good. I don't know if some people. I actually had a couple of people after we did that live stream that came to me and was like, when we heard the spirit box thing say stay, I had a couple people say that they actually got goosebumps, from it. And being in the room and feeling, seeing everything, is that the atmosphere was so much different than the feeling that you get on camera. And there's not enough words that I can say that can indicate or, say how I felt during that time.
It was
Goose,
exciting,
it was so exciting.
and it's not like, you know, we knew we were in danger.
Yep.
So it wasn't like scared. It was an exciting feeling.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's like that. It's when people were saying, like, did you get goosebumps? And I'm like, I didn't get goosebumps personally,
Nope.
but it's a surreal feeling. It
Mhm.
really is a surreal feeling, knowing that, maybe what this thing, maybe that there is someone there that we can't see that's trying to talk through, my phone. And that to me is just, it's awesome. It really is. It's awesome. And I absolutely love it. And so, but the spirit box, even if you get, like the one for your phone, did anybody see if it was on Android?
It is.
It
I have
is.
it on my phone now. I paid $4 for it.
It was $4. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was like two or
Yep.
four.
And you bring it up and on your screen, it kind of looks like coffin shaped, traditional
Yes,
coffin shaped, and
yes,
says EMF underneath,
yeah. One
starting on
one of
Spirit
these
Talk.
days, what I will do is, if I had thought about it earlier, I would have done it. One of these days, what I should do is hook my phone up to my computer so I can show people these apps, you know, on screen so that they can see what I'm seeing. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. I'll have to do that one day. So yeah, so the spirit box. So, with the spirit boxes are definitely good tools. Whether it's the online one or it's the, well, I should say the app one or a physical spirit box, they are definitely good tools to have and they're fun to mess with, like
Yeah.
it's so cool, even if you don't believe it, even if you don't think that, something is really coming through, it still is something fun to play around with. And there's nothing that can really, I don't want to say there's nothing, but the
If you're treating it respectfully, even if you don't believe in it, but you're treating it respectfully,
you'll be fine.
you're okay.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be something that would be, malicious or anything like that. Like,
Nothing inhuman
yeah,
is, unless there's a problem, but if you're just playing around with it,
just be
you just
careful
don't
where you
want to
use it.
invite you just don't want to invite things in.
Yeah, and you don't want to invite things home either. So if you go to do a investigation because you want to play with a new, spirit box that you got, go to places that are going to be a little safer. Don't go to those abandoned places that you don't know anything about. If you so happen
Right.
to know a spot that is supposedly haunted or has a spirit there or whatnot, just pick the one that is going to be the safest for you. And that's going to be your most important thing. And as long as you're being respectful, you know, have fun.
I mean, like if you're the beginner and you're just sitting in your living room and you're thinking, "Hey, why don't we try this out?" You're probably not gonna have a problem
oh no,
in the least.
no,
Like,
no. Not unless there's already an active issue. And even then, the spirit box could potentially help you communicate.
yep,
So that's, like if people do have issues going on, having things like spirit boxes or EMF detectors, that's going to give those ghosts, well, not ghosts, but spirits, a way to connect with you in a way that they haven't had before. And it's key. It really is, because a lot of hauntings or things that people think are, bad, believe it or not, they're not. They're just misunderstood because they have no way to communicate. they're trying to tell you something and you can't hear them. You can't hear them,
Right.
you can't see them. And so
Most people can't
can't
see
see
them.
them.
Yeah.
And so, it really can. Like I've heard of people's, stuff that they had going on in their house that was paranormal. I've heard of things, stopping after they do, say, a spirit box session or an EMF session. And that's just specifically because the spirit finally said, I'm here. And you're
Right.
seeing that it's there. And that is, kind of making the spirit feel, I guess, a little better. Um,
Hmm.
and so, you got to remember that these were at some point, for the most part, if it's a spirit, were people, and these are people that sometimes don't always know that they're dead. And so some of the more, you know, bad things that you hear with hauntings, it's just misdirected energy due to a spirit not getting responses from people and things that, they knew, especially if they don't know that they're gone,
Right.
that creates kind of like a vortex almost. It's their energy that they have that they learn to build up to try to communicate with you. And so, something as simple as an EMF detector, that it could help. It could definitely help.
Very true.
And so the other things that we use, and there are many, 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 many different kinds, are these little guys. So these are lights that what you can do is you can put them on your cameras. And what I love about them is they're very compact, but they're also pretty bright. And this isn't even at its full strength. Like, that's it at its full strength. And so, Rissa can speak from personal experience because I accidentally blinded her once. Um,
Uh,
that, and it's good. It's really good to have light. Like, people always think that, you know, when you're doing a paranormal investigation, that you have to be in complete darkness. That is not true. That is not true at all. Having a light that you can adjust, such as, something like this, is very, very key because you can get a light like this that you can adjust to a very low setting. It's still giving you off light so that you can see what you're doing, but it's low enough that it does not take away from that atmosphere. And
yep.
that is important. And the thing that I tell people the most, because some people have said, well, I see lights on when you're doing things, and it's like those lights are very dim. And the reason that
Mm,
we have them on are for safety. Like, we don't need any one of us tripping over something because we can't see it. We don't want anyone getting hurt at all. So we have flashlights on us at all times. We have these little itty bitty lights that we set up around the place. I'm actually probably going to wind up getting more because right now I think I only have two.
yeah,
And
you only have two.
yeah, and so the lighting is crucial. It really is crucial, and people don't understand how crucial it is. Just because in the ghost shows you don't see the lights, don't mean that they're not there.
Right.
And I have seen people firsthand in the other YouTube things that I've watched on paranormal investigation. I have seen people do the stupid thing of going into a place without a light and they wind up tripping, or they didn't realize that I watched one guy
Well,
walk into a wall.
let's fall and break our neck, or
Yeah, yeah, that's what you're
because
going
that's
in there
smart.
for. Yep. Yeah, that's
Because
really good.
that's smart.
But it's like, if you have a light that can, be dimmed, it can help you, and it won't take away from that atmosphere. I know that this light that I have for us it's called the Neewer, Neewer. SL12. And so what this thing also has is these little things come off, and you can put different ones on that can change the color of the light. Like I have the ability to change the light to, I think, yellow, red, blue, green. There's one that's, I guess, technically black. But what it does is the black actually dampens the light a little bit more. And, having things like that, you can
Yep.
still get that mode, that scene that you want, that atmosphere that you want, but you're doing it safely. And so that's, another piece of equipment that we use. Um, that's very, very, to me, I think one of the few most important things that you have in your disposal when you're doing paranormal investigation is a camera, a EMF detector, and some sort of lighting, whether it be a camera light or a flashlight. Like out of everything that you can get for paranormal investigation, I think those are the three key things that if you're starting out, those are the things you should start out with. And so we're actually that brings us to cameras. Um,
Right.
so I'm gonna actually show you guys. So I have three cameras. Um, Rissa has started using my Nikon, which is pretty fun to use.
I don't have it all down pat yet. Like, I don't know all the fancy doodads and such, but I can carry it around and shoot pretty good.
But isn't it awesome? No, but the thing is so heavy.
It is very heavy to, like, carry around.
Yeah, definitely. And so this is the camera that we have. So this is one of them. This is what is called a DSLR. And why I personally like to use DSLRs is because you have the ability to swap lenses on them. So, like, for instance, this is one of the lenses that can be used with this particular camera. And what is good about it is, if you want to do like a fixed, zoom, you can do that with these. And you can switch out the lenses to get different, depths, and the sky's the limit when it comes to it. And so cameras are definitely one of the more, crucial things to have when you're doing paranormal investigation. And, it's good to be able to record what you're doing. And sometimes, like, I know I have had firsthand experiences with, paranormal stuff. And some of the more, bigger instances that I've had in my life, I didn't have a camera, and I wish that I did. But there's also
Right.
situations that happen where you might not see something, you might not hear something, but your camera did. So that's another reason to have a camera. And so I think I can't speak for Rissa, but I know it's one of my favorite ones, our GoPro. What do you like? Do you like the GoPro, Rissa?
I think I did. Was that the littler one?
Yes, it's a little bitty one.
Yeah, the little itty bitty one. Yeah, that was so much easier to carry around.
Yeah, so this guy here is our GoPro. And the reason that we actually got the GoPro um, originally was to do live investigations using it. But after actually using it for a live investigation, I think we're going to start using it when we do pre-recorded episodes as a static camera
Yeah.
because it was
It
cool.
does take really good video. I
Uh,
mean,
the video was beautiful, beautiful quality. And so cameras are key. Cameras are definitely key. They're one of the more important things that you can have in your arsenal of supplies.
definitely agree.
And so and there are so many different cameras out there. Like I know that cameras can get really expensive. You know, like Nikons are expensive, GoPros are expensive.
Hmm.
Our other camera is a mirrorless camera, and those things can be really expensive. And you know what people don't realize sometimes is you generally always have a camera on you. It's your phone. So it's like generally you will already have some sort of recording device to use. And you can get just simple things like what is it? Like this guy here. So this little guy, you know, you can attach something to your phone. I have a thing that I can actually attach my GoPro to this. And but what's cool about it is it's a what they call a stabilizer, but it's a simple just handheld, you know, well, they're all handheld, but it's just a simple you know, just one thing stabilizer. And stabilizers are really good. You know, they'll help reduce any shakiness and things like that. There are ones that have two, it's like a frame, like a rectangle of these. And what's really cool about it is, you know, those ones you can use and they have two hand grips. Rissa can tell you because she was using the one for the
Yep.
Nikon. And those two hand grips come in such handy, especially when you're holding a heavy camera like a Nikon.
Yeah, it was heavy AF.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I absolutely love my Nikon. I love the Nikon. I hate the weight. But
Heavy AF.
oh yeah, 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 very very heavy. And so one of our other cameras is a mirrorless camera. And what mirrorless cameras are good for is they can take, because there's no technical moving parts in it. So like a DSLR has it's what is called a single lens refractor. And so it uses a combination of mirrors that, you know,
Hmm.
expose the digital panel in the back, which is what records the image. And
Right.
so the mirrorless cameras, what they did is they took that equation out. And so now the sensor is getting the image directly to it without any moving parts. And that has made cameras faster. It's made them better as far as being able to take better photos, better videos, faster videos, higher quality videos.
Hmm.
Um,
Yep.
and it's, you know, that's why I got one mirrorless camera for us because I wanted to have at least one camera that can shoot as well as, like, say, the GoPro. Um, and the Nikon too, which brings us to the next things. I touched base on what was it, the lenses. So I'm not really going to go too deep into that because that can get really confusing really fast,
Right.
especially if you don't know cameras all too well. It can it can get very very confusing. So this next thing is a flash, and so a lot of cameras already have this built into them. So for example, you know, the Nikon has a flash built in. If I can get it to pop up. Come on, you Nazi, open up. Where? Why is it not opening? Anyway, I'm not even gonna try to mess with it. I just
It
realized it's
doesn't. It doesn't like you right now.
I
I'm
don't have
sorry.
I don't have the lens on. That's why, because I'm stupid. So
It doesn't like you right now.
right here where it says Nikon, okay, there is a flash in there, and it'll pop up. And so what flashes are good for is sometimes flashes can show you things not that you might not be seeing. And you can sometimes get with a flash because of how fast the flashes go and how quick the light travels,
Hmm.
it can capture things in real time, which is really, really good. And that is where having a good camera along with a flash is, a little more crucial, because you want to be able to capture those things in real time. You want to be able to, capture things that you're not going to see with the naked eye. And that's where, things like this come in. Now, I have this one in particular just because I have a DSLR. I want to be able to control how the flash is, where the flash goes. This one has a built-in diffuser, which, helps with, what is it? With diffusing and dispersing the light, make it a little easier. And then, this one also moves. You can, rotate it, you can move it up and down, and you can do different settings and stuff like that. And it really is. They can be really, really helpful. We haven't gotten to really do pictures yet, have we?
No.
I think we'll eventually be doing pictures on our investigations, because pictures are fun. They really are. They are so much fun. Especially like when you are doing the investigation, because like I know I don't know about you, but I sometimes find myself on an investigation and wanting to stop, to step back and watch what we just recorded, because it's like it's that excitement, it's that rush of, did we catch something with our camera. And it is
Right.
just like that with film, with, with taking pictures, as it is with filming. It's the same for me as taking pictures. I absolutely love it, because it's like, was there something in that corner? Was there something in that window? Or, you know, can be a number of things. And it's really exciting to, go through the video footage or pictures and things like that and be like, oh my God, I caught something. Like there was a shadow figure in the corner that I didn't even see, but my camera picked it up because, it has the stuff on it that can do that. And so, like even if you're not like a huge, person to do paranormal stuff, or you kind of just want to mess around with it a little bit, take out your phone. Like no lie, take out your phone. Most phones can do it nowadays, with pretty good quality photos and images and video. And so it's, take out your phone and just have a blast. Like there's nothing that you're gonna do that's gonna make something, pissed at you. You're just taking video or photos.
Hmm.
So
That's true, and that's all I got. My brain decided
oh my God, Rissa.
losing it. I'm losing it.
Oh jeez. Well, we're gonna be talking about something here in a second that
What's that,
probably
my
a
dear?
little bit about. EVP. Do you know?
Something voice.
Electric voice phenomenon.
Yes.
Um, it is really cool. So this is another one of those things that is very, very similar to the EMF detector. Instead of picking up, you know, electric magnetic field, instead it's picking up your
Voice.
voice. And what is really cool about EVPs, and one of the things out of everything that we do, besides the filming, EVPs is one of my more favorite activities, favorite things that we do. And it's specifically because I like that thrill of the chase. I
Right.
like, going back and listening to the audio. And what makes EVPs so cool is, sometimes you won't even hear it, but yet the voice recorder did. And that is just, to me, that is so cool. I don't know why I like it so much, but it really is. Like when we were doing the EVP sessions at my mom's, um,
Yep.
I went back and I listened to everything, and we didn't catch anything, sadly. But
Right.
I'm gonna tell you that, like, through the whole thing, I was so excited to just sit there and listen. I plugged in headphones to the voice recorder, and I just pressed play, and just, like, I think we had like an hour's worth of just audio, which was it was cool. It was cool. But this is another one of those things. So this little guy here, um, another thing that you can get on Amazon fairly cheap. I think this one again was like right around the same price that I paid for the EMF detector, which was about $30. But they have cheaper ones. They have ones that you don't have to have anything fancy. Um, this particular one, the reason that I picked it is because I can put the format into, the audio format into, different style, well, different formats. And then this particular one is also voice activated. So if this thing hears something or picks up something, it'll automatically turn itself on. Which for me is, because sometimes we're going to just put this thing down and just let it roll. And it will only start recording when it hears something, which is important because it's not draining the battery then. So that's one of the more important ones. Now, does everybody know what I know you know, Rissa, what EVPs are?
I
Um,
know lots of stuff.
Aw. I'm petting the microphone, but pretend it's your head.
I know lots of stuff.
So, like, what makes EVPs so, I guess, intriguing is a lot of times you won't hear what the voice recorder caught. And that to me is just, it really is cool. It's cool seeing the different things that you pick up that you didn't pick up with your own ears. And I have seen people get some pretty cool responses. Like I've seen people get answers. They asked a question and
Yep.
they didn't physically hear it, but the voice recorder picked up on it, and now they have the answer that they wanted on audio, which is it's cool. We have yet to again pick up anything, but I am hoping that one day we do. And Rissa, you already know I'm going to be jumping up and down.
Right.
I'll
And
be
that I like it. I really like it, especially like on the app when we get like responses like that, when it's not just random stuff.
Yeah.
It's like when you get like direct responses to something specific, like, you know,
Yeah. Oh
when
yeah.
we said, "Do you want us to leave?" and it went,
No.
"Stay."
Yeah, stay. And not that it's and not to mention, you're getting that stuff on audio. So now not only are you recording it so that you can play it back for yourself later, but you're also gaining proof at the same time. And where, we also do home visits. Sometimes we're going to need that proof. Sometimes we're going to need those things to show our clients that, if we do X, Y, and Z, um, here is the video footage, here is the picture, here is the audio file. It's just another one of those tools that you can have to be able to, use to show your clients. And then for us, when we go to abandoned places, it's going to be more for us and our viewers as opposed to a client. But having proof is awesome, and knowing that you're the one that captured it and collected it, even better.
No, it's so exciting.
Definitely. So that brings us actually to one of the last pieces of equipment that we personally have and use, and those are microphones. So this is what is known as a shotgun mic. We have two of these. Each one goes on the cameras that we walk around with. I will eventually be getting one to go on to the what is it? The static cameras that are just there recording video, nonstop. Eventually, I might get one for that, but as it stands right now, we really only need it for our cameras that we're walking around with to make sure that, our voices and everything are coming in clear. But what makes getting a good microphone important is sound quality. When you're trying to listen to things that are like whispers, if you don't have a good microphone, you might not be able to, listen to those whispers. You might miss something because there may be a little bit more grain in the audio file than, it would be if you had a better mic. So having good microphones, and this is actually a good brand.
I'll be right back, hon.
Yep, that's fine. And so this is actually a really good brand. I love this brand myself. Um, but there's another one that I have that is right here. Sorry, I forgot to take it out. So this is another one that I have, and this one is by that same company that makes my lights. And so this is, it's the same thing as this, except, it's just by a different manufacturer. And so this is by Neewer. And these are a little bit cheaper than these guys here, but they actually have almost comparable sound to them, which is, again, it's really important. Especially if you're gonna take stuff like this really seriously, like you really want to do paranormal research, it's, having the right equipment. It's not about the amount of equipment you have. It's about having the right stuff that you need to be able to produce quality, footage, quality audio, quality pictures, and things like that. So having the really good, the really good products is very, very crucial and very important. And also having different, what is it, things that you can put on, like adapters, or like these are windscreens. And what makes these really important is if you're doing stuff outside, if it's windy, or even if there's like a light breeze, sometimes, when like this one, for example, this one doesn't have this little doohickey, I know I have one for it, I just can't find it. And without it, that means that the microphone is going to be subjected to whatever conditions are there as you're filming. So having something like this, um, I personally wouldn't use this per se for doing outdoor audio, even though it will help kind of dampen the wind sound. You really want something like this, because this is really going to help you. These are called windscreens. And they're fairly cheap too, especially when you're getting it for a small microphone like these guys. But that's what's gonna help you really make good quality, video, audio, pictures. And I cannot stress enough that, again, it's not the amount of equipment you have, it's the quality of the equipment that you have that is extremely important. And I think that's just about everything. And there are other things out there. There's something called a what is it? A REM pod? I think it's called a REM pod. Yeah, I think it's called a REM pod. And what it does is you set it down. I think some of them are cinders, circles, whatever they're called, and you put them down in a room, and it's kind of like an EMF detector that you don't walk around with. You just put it down in a room, and it will pick up on spirits or stuff like that. And I think it uses the same kind of technology that EMF detectors do. And
That's
so,
cool.
yeah, I haven't gotten one yet, and I'm actually going to be getting us one. I don't know when, but they are the coolest things, but they're expensive. Ugh. Everything is so expensive. If it has ghosts attached to it, add like 30% more. It's normally a $10 voice recorder, but because it says for paranormal research, yeah, that $10 thing now
No.
costs 30. But yeah, and then there are other things. There are other things. There are um, time lapse cameras that you can get that can record things in full frame, but then can get it slowed down to a point that you can see things in like the milliseconds, which can be helpful, especially like if you're starting to notice that things are moving around. Having
Mhm.
a camera like that can be useful. I don't see many paranormal investigators with them. I think it's most likely because of how expensive they can be. And I don't, personally, for me, I don't see the need for something like that, because we're not, we go into kind of like the scientific approach for stuff like that, but I think that would
Right.
just be a little too over the top for what we're doing. Because even though we go in to try to disprove things, that's not necessarily what we want to do, but
Right.
we want to do this as scientifically as possible so that we can get to the true answers. And that's where the three of us in particular, and why we're all together, is because we all have that same mindset. Not only are we pagan and we believe in this stuff, but we're willing to put our beliefs aside to find truth and give a better name to paranormal researchers and pagans alike. Because the problem is the shows just, they don't make paranormal researchers look good. They make it look like it's a laughable thing, and it's not. It really is a real science.
It really, yeah, it definitely is.
It does. And when it comes to, specifically, mine and our personal beliefs, capturing that proof just solidifies what I believe in that much more. And, I hope that every place that we go to, I hope that, what we're capturing is real. I hope that it is genuine. And
Mhm.
I hope that we do capture stuff. It's not that I necessarily want a place to be haunted, especially if it's not abandoned, if it's somebody's home or something like that, you know,
Right.
where people are actually, nervous and scared and things like that. But, there are going to be times that we're going to run into things that it might just be a family member that had passed away and they're just sitting there watching over them.
Yep.
Um, but,
That's what we hope for.
we do. And we
That's, our ideal. Like, we'd like to be able to tell you, yes, you have a haunting. No, it's not,
bad,
you know,
malicious.
harmful.
Yeah.
Yep.
And every place that we go to, if there are people there and they're living there, I really hope that we can help them. And
Mhm.
that's why the three of us work so well together, because we go in and we think, are there rational, natural explanations for the things that are going on? Are there things that can easily explain some of this stuff away? And if we can leave there finding the proof that there might be something there, then we can offer them help, or we can direct them into the direction of their belief, their faith,
Yep.
and try to get them help. Maybe, if somebody's Catholic, we could try to find the local, priest, or, for us as pagans, me, Rissa, and Avalon are both capable of performing, different cleansing rituals and stuff like that. So if
Yep.
somebody is or even if you're not pagan and you still want us to do it, the beautiful thing is we can offer that. Um, and there will never be a time where, especially if there is people involved, families involved, even more so when there's children. Like, no, I'm not trying to say that adults aren't as important, because they are. Everybody is on the same wavelength. But I never, ever, ever want to leave a place knowing that we did not help. That is
Exactly.
important, and that is extremely important. I want to help them. The three of us, all of us do. And, I hope that, our future with, ADFP brings about a change, not only in how paranormal research and pagans are seen, but can start and spark something that, can really help people understand the world that they live in. So it's that we have a lot riding on this channel. We definitely have a lot riding on this channel. But we'll see. We'll see what we catch. And I just, like I said, I hope, especially if there's children, I hope we can help. I, I don't think comfortably I could walk away, comfortably, knowing that we did nothing.
Well, on the topic of kids, particularly maybe seeing things, they can still see things that we can't because their brain is still in development.
Yep.
And there's an episode of Bones where the psych psychiatrist
Hmm.
passed away, and it was his 1 year of having been gone, and the little girl had developed a new invisible friend, imaginary friend.
Yeah.
And the psychic that's on and off the show, that's played by Cyndi Lauper, goes, "Imaginary friend." And it makes you think, like, what are kids seeing that we're not?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kids and
Kids and
animals.
I was just about to say that, you little brat.
I am a brat.
Kids and animals, but, especially if we find that something is malicious. And I know the two of you are the same way as me. I cannot just walk away from that.
Mm.
Cannot just walk away from that.
Right.
And so, like, I really do. I hope that there's a lot of good that comes out of this channel. And I'm genuine about it. Like, I know all of us are genuine about it. We really do. We want to bring about a new sense of community and information for people that, either want to look into doing it or are just interested in it, or people that maybe are looking for help themselves and they don't have an outlet. Because, not like, especially when it comes to like churches and stuff like that, the sad reality is so many people get turned away just because of the belief system. So it's hopefully we will have a good, good start coming up one day.
Well, I think we're, as long as we're having fun, that counts too.
Yeah, and like I've told people too, and I know that I've told you this, that even if this channel doesn't take off, I think I'm going to continue to investigate. I'm going to continue to do spirit talk, just because it's, I think it's important to have outlets for people. Outlets that sadly there are not enough of. I will be right back in a minute.
No, you can't leave.
I have to, just for a minute, okay?
Okay.
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 Okay, and I'm back.
Back on.
Thank you. You know, I kind of forgot to mute you. Do you want to be muted when I do a be right back, or do you want to stay on?
Um, I said a little something and then I didn't know what else to say. So you can probably mute me and like, maybe throw up a be right back sign or something
Oh, that's what I
like
do.
you did before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I have a specific be right back thing just for this.
Yay.
Yeah, I got everything. I got everything. I think I got everything. Do I have everything? Yeah, we'll find out.
I think so.
We'll find out. Hey, little mascot Ellie, get back in here. Come here. Where are you going? Don't throw that at me, you little brat. And so Ellie just picked up one of her bones and just whapped it on my freaking leg. So she wants attention. She loves the attention. All the attention. She's mascot Ellie. And so, but for Mr. Teddy, um How is my new mic doing? Does it sound better than it did before?
I think so.
You think so? Yeah, so I'm gonna help you, Rissa, set up the one that I'm giving you. I'm gonna help you put some filters on so that it'll give the same kind of sound clarity as mine. So it's a nice little mic. I believe it's also by Newer. I have if I don't buy something name brand when it comes to like the camera equipment or whatever it may be, I always get Newer. I don't know why, because it's like there's something about their stuff that is just so good, but they're also cheaper than everybody else.
It's it's cause you just gotta.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good, good. That's good. That's definitely good. You know what I've also been noticing while I've been sitting here looking at the chat? It's not showing up on the chat thing anymore on the overlay. So I'm gonna have to
Hmm.
fix that. Oh, but you know what? What we forgot to say, I should have said this at the beginning. So we had kind of like a vote. Well, I had kind of like a voting thing going on. I asked a bunch of people individually if what they wanted to see, because I started thinking, I'm like, well, Weird Nemo Productions, it sounds cutesy and everything like that, but I want us to come off a little more professional. And so I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I should, look into maybe dropping the Weird Nemo production thing and just keeping, As Darkness Falls Paranormal. And so I had asked a bunch of people what they thought. And quite a few of them said, well, maybe drop the Weird Nemo Productions, and more than half of everybody was like, keep just the As Darkness Falls Paranormal. Spirit Talk will still be considered and called Spirit Talk because it's a offshoot of ADFP. That's just so happens to be a live stream. So, but I just was so shocked at how much response I got back from it. Like I had to have asked, I want to say like over 20 different people, and more than half of them all said As Darkness Falls Paranormal. So that is kind of where the channel is going now. Is the Weird Nemo Productions has pretty much been absorbed and put into As Darkness Falls Paranormal. So
Yeah.
there's the one name, ADFP. And then obviously Spirit Talk, which is just, it's ADFP except a live stream to have fun with our people, because we like to have fun.
Indeed.
Except me, I do not have fun. Everything is serious all the time.
Oh, please. You're
Hey,
so full of it.
Ellie, get back in here. I don't know why she keeps going out there. You know what she's been doing lately? Which is really,
No.
it's so gross. It is so gross. You know,
Why are we sharing if it's gross?
as a parent, okay, as a doggy feather parent, there are things in my life that I would have never thought I would say, okay?
Yeah, I hear that.
And yelling at Ellie to get her head out of the bird crap pan and stop eating it is definitely on the list of things that I never thought that I would say in my life.
Nasty.
Yeah, so that is her newest thing lately, is trying to get into the bird dropping pan. So, she uses it as her snack tray. Oh my god. Because not only, they also drop their food and stuff in it. So Stormy, okay? Stormy is such a little brat. So you know how we allow all the birds out of their cage. So, do you
Mm.
know what Stormy has been doing? She has been taking peanuts and stuff like that I give her as treats, and she's been tossing them off of her cage and feeding Ellie with them. I'm like,
So
what?
she's giving the dog peanuts.
She is giving the dog peanuts. So it's a good thing dogs can have peanuts and they're unsalted because everything that we give the birds has to be unsalted.
Oh, of course.
And so, but it's like I now have to be careful what I give Stormy because there are things that Stormy eats that she can have a ton of different fruits, a ton of different vegetables, and as you know, a lot of vegetables are poisonous to dogs.
Right.
And so, Stormy, one of Stormy's favorite thing that she loves is she loves green bell peppers.
Oh God.
The That's in the nightshade family. So birds can have it, dogs not so much. I caught Stormy one time taking one of her bell peppers. She ate half of it and then threw the other half on the floor.
Little shit.
Uh-huh.
Here, doggy, I want to share.
Yeah. No, it's not very cute. It's not cute at all.
My mom used to have a cockatoo named Rocky.
Oh, the bigger white birds,
Yep, with the yellow on the head.
the yellow crest, yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
almost adopted one.
he um he used to feed their dog. Like, cuz you can feed them, that's it, obviously in the parrot like box, I guess.
Yeah.
And you can feed them all kinds of stuff. Like you can even feed them like plain pasta and shit
Oh
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah. And
So
and
you
but
stick it in the cage. Well, what would he do? He'd feed the pasta to the dog.
of course. Of course. And you know what though? A very misconception that a lot of people have about birds. Did you know that you know how they sell the bird food that's consists of just a bunch of seeds?
Yeah,
That actually is poisonous for birds.
that's crazy.
Uh-huh. So people that are feeding their birds only seeds, they're actually effectively killing them slowly.
Oof.
Uh-huh. And so what happens is because birds in the wild, believe it or not, seeds do not make up, much of
No,
their diet at all.
they're omnivores
Yep.
actually.
Yep, and they eat fruits, they eat vegetables, they eat bugs,
Berries,
berries,
bugs.
yep. And so, you
And
know,
bigger birds will eat other birds,
yep,
and
yep.
well, rodentia, and
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yep. And it's like it's so funny to see, like even nuts, my birds specifically love, well, Magoo and Jasper do. They absolutely love nuts. And so,
Because they're nuts.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. But like Magoo and Stormy specifically love peanuts. Like I cannot have. You know how you can get that mixed um thing of mixed nuts?
Yep.
Mike and I cannot have.
You can't sit there and eat them without the
Nope,
birds going
nope.
nuts.
Stormy will come down off of her cage, get
Creeper,
up
creeper,
onto.
creeper.
Oh, it's bad. But like right now, she has to be locked in her cage because I'm here in the studio. And if I don't do that, you will hear me have to get up because Stormy walked down off of her cage, went down the hallway to come and hunt me down in the house. So that's another thing that drives Mike crazy when I go into the bedroom at night. Like she'll come down off of her cage and she'll start walking down the hallway. And he's like, "Where are you going? The door's closed." And what's even better too is when she knows that I'm in a room that has a closed door, she will use her beak to knock on the door. So, yeah, I got weird birds. Very weird birds. That. Is there anything else you want to add, Rissa? Did I forget to say anything?
Bargle bargle.
Oh, you know what? So remember how we were talking about the SLS cameras?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a couple of other types of cameras too, and I will be getting us at least one of them. One of them is a heat signature camera. It picks up only heat signatures. And I have found in the research that I've done and in some of the YouTube videos that I've watched that they're called thermal cameras, I believe. Those cameras pick up ghosts. So we will be getting one of those when I can afford the high price tag that comes with it. Hey, my soda straw. Mm. Yeah, so I think that will actually conclude tonight's Spirit Talk. Because we've been talking for, what is it, an hour and a half? Hour and 40 minutes almost.
Indeedy.
Yeah, we had a little too much fun, but I hope that, this serves to give some people, advice or well, not maybe advice, but a little bit of knowledge about how to do paranormal investigation. And the one thing that I can say is when it comes to paranormal investigation,
Mm-hmm.
there is no real right or wrong way. The only
Yeah.
thing that you can do wrong, the only thing that you can do wrong is provoke or upset something.
Yes.
That is the only thing that you can do wrong. But as far as paranormal investigation goes, as long as you are respectful to the possibility of there being spirits, ghosts, or some sort of entity, wherever it is that you're investigating, you need to be respectful. Other than that,
Yep.
the way you do it is entirely on you. So if you want to start with just filming and then doing, EVP sessions in between different things, spirit box sessions in between different things, I've seen people have like a list that they go down and they do, the walkthrough of the property, and then they'll pull out like a spirit box and then they'll do an EVP session along with a spirit box. Like there's so many things that you can do. And it can be fun as long as you're safe and you're doing things, respectfully. It can be a lot of fun. You got to be careful what you're doing as far as how you talk to, any kind of, paranormal entity. Other than that, you're good to go. So I really hope that this little live stream kind of helps people.
Yep.
Gives
And I do have something to add.
ooh.
Don't sweat the petty things and don't pet the sweaty things.
What does that even mean? Oh God, I quit life right here. This is it. This is the end of me. this is
You're welcome.
This is where I bow out. Avalon bowed out in the train tunnel. I'm bowing out here.
You just nope.
I just noped out.
You
So,
just nope.
yep. Oh my God, it's too much. So,
You're
but
welcome.
when we're gonna be putting this video up. When do I upload videos normally? Mondays. So this Spare Talk will go up on YouTube on Monday. So I'm actually gonna say the stuff that I would say on YouTube here. So make sure that when you watch the video, you like and subscribe. And
Yes, like and subscribe.
and on Twitch, follow
Just
us.
enjoy our craziness.
Enjoy our craziness and follow us so that you can get alerts and things like that when we do go live. So, but
Indeed.
the biggest thing that we have told people in the past is if you definitely want to help us, the biggest thing you can do is on YouTube, liking our videos, subscribing to us on YouTube, and
Yeah.
following us on Twitch. And that's what's really going to help, kind of promote our channel and get us out there with the YouTube algorithm so it starts showing up on other people's feeds. So Don't pet the sweaty things. Teddy is like, what? He's like, what? What are you even talking about? Oh God.
Oh, you like it.
Oh, see, this is the thing though. When you have 3 crazy people all in one room,
Well, yeah.
yeah, see, this is where stuff gets real. So, we take our paranormal research seriously, but we are not above doing
You
jokes.
can't take it too seriously, though.
No, you can't. You cannot. Like, what was it? Were we recording when, no, we weren't. Oh, no, we were. So we were talking about the client's house that we did that one day, and how you had me running up and down the stairs, and I said that you needed to get an award for making me
Getting you to
exercise.
Yep.
So, but yeah, no. So yeah, we're gonna be posting this up on YouTube Monday, and so please like, subscribe, and follow us here on Twitch. And I hope that everybody has a good rest of your weekend. We will see you next Saturday at 6:30. Hopefully before then, we might do that live investigation. Oh no, we won't be doing it this week. Yeah, no, we won't be doing it this week. It might be either this weekend coming up or the following weekend. Oh no. You can't do this weekend coming up, can you?
For
The live investigation part 2? Because you guys are going to be moving.
maybe,
We'll have a meeting. We'll have a meeting about it and figure that
we'll
out.
talk about it because, like, it's all gonna depend. Like,
Yeah, it's going to depend on everything. You guys got so much crap going on.
we really do. Like,
Uh-huh. No, I know.
how long will the client be out of the house for?
I am not 100% sure. I know that so I can ask her when they're going to be going back, and there may
Mhm.
be a chance. I believe she said that if we need to, they can go somewhere, I think, for like a day or so.
Okay.
So,
Um,
I'll
like I said,
confirm with them.
there is just a lot going on. Like,
Oh yeah, I know. There's I do not envy you. I,
well, I'm
I
not.
I I do not miss packing to move.
Everything. There's a lot of stuff that's packed. Like at this point, it's just let's get the bulky stuff out. Let's get stuff out of the way so that I can start like cleaning stuff up.
Yeah.
And a lot of that happened with getting rid of crap. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. You poor thing. If I could pet you, I would. So
it's a lot. Like I'm not
just.
gonna lie, it's a lot.
Oh no, it is moving.
And the former roommate
Mm-mm.
left a lot behind. Like
She never picked that up.
she picked up a lot of stuff, but there's a bucket of stuff in the kids' old room, and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. We can talk about that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you guys have a good rest of your weekend. We will definitely see you next Saturday at 6:30. Keep an eye up on Facebook and Twitter. I don't really post too much on Instagram, only because there's not enough for me to. I don't have enough content to be able to post to Instagram much. So I will be putting everything up on the ADFP Facebook page as well as Twitter. So keep your eyes peeled. When we have the date of the second part of the live investigation, I will be putting it up there. So, but yep, you guys have a good rest of your weekend, and we will see you next Saturday. Bye.
Bye bye.